Hej og velkommen til Dansk Krypto Nyt, kanalen hvor du får det seneste om krypto på dansk. Jeg hedder Jesper og har for nogle få dage siden siddet og angivet det sidste af mine kryptoinvesteringer for 2021, og det var ellers noget af en svedig affære. Ikke så meget på grund af de penge, jeg skulle betale, men mere på grund af alle de transaktioner, som jeg havde lavet i løbet af det sidste år, og det er jo både for staking rewards, og hvordan man beregner det, og så er det for køb og salg af NFT'er, og det er swappe tokens, og det er købe på en kryptobørs, og så flytte til sin wallet og sådan noget. Alle de der transaktioner skal jo registreres, og så skal skat have det at vide, hvor meget du ender med at have tjent på det. Så det er en større omgang, og til det har jeg hidtil brugt dem, der hedder Coinly, og det har sådan set været udmærket. Men selvom de siger, at de kan beregne din skat, så er der rigtig mange ting, man gerne vil spørge dem om, og der er desværre ikke noget support rigtigt på deres side. De siger, de kan lidt, men der kommer aldrig noget svar fra dem. Sådan har jeg oplevet det i hvert fald. Og så er der heller ikke noget, der står på dansk, så man er helt sikker på, at de virkelig er inde i den danske skat. Heldigvis er der meget snart i København om en lille måneds tid et arrangement, hvor man kan komme og høre en revisor fortælle, hvordan de behandler kryptoinvesteringer og skat. Hvis man ikke kan vente på det, så er der også andre muligheder, og jeg har kigget lidt rundt og fundet ud af, at der er en platform, der hedder dette, som er en svensk platform, som har specialiseret sig i nordisk skat. Det bedste ved dem sådan set er, at de har en fuldstændig hjemmeside på dansk, hvor man kan virkelig gå i detalje med de forskellige skatteparagrafer, og så svarer de. De svarer simpelthen på deres support, så det synes jeg var rigtig interessant at finde ud af lidt mere omkring, og derfor kontaktede jeg dem og fik fat i Yuri og Carl, og de er så kommet på her til et interview til at forklare, hvad det egentlig er, de laver med skat og deres app.
Sure. So I mean, I think what people think about doing taxes, the first thing you think of is, okay, well, stocks is pretty easy, right? You just buy, sell out of fiat or Danish crowns or whatever you're doing, and it's not that hard usually to report. But when you start going into crypto, right, you start to say, wait, now I trade Bitcoin for Ethereum. Okay, is that taxable income? How do I calculate that, like for that day? What is that worth in my local currency? Oh, now I made like a trading bot. I have 20,000 transactions on Binance. Oh yeah, and it has staking rewards suddenly. So how do I account for staking rewards? And then I have this NFT over here because I bought it from this other platform that I sent this crypto to, and there was a transfer fee. Is that taxed? So with mining and other things, it gets complex really, really quickly, right? Compared to the traditional like stocks. So what Divly does, we really try to simplify this problem. What we do first is that when you sign up to Divly, in current account, you have a choice to import your transactions from lots of different blockchains or wallets or exchanges, right? So we aggregate everything in one place, and you can see all the transactions there and everything, and you can label them, you can change them, edit them if you want to as well. And then what we do is we have basically a tax engine working in the background. But every time you get an update, we rerun, do with taxes, and you figure out basically what your cost basis is and what your profits and losses are at any time. So once you have that, and you can track this during the year. It doesn't cost anything to actually track it per se. But when you want to download your final tax report, you can pay to download and export something that's ready to be declared.
All right, and you can also because I know this is a problem in Denmark, how to calculate your staking rewards.
Yeah, so staking is very interesting. I think it really shows how early we are with regards to crypto tax regulations and how we're constantly evolving. When we first created Divly specifically for Denmark, Skat hadn't yet created concrete guidelines for staking. And at the time, we assumed, well, when you have staking rewards, you put them at a zero cost basis and you only pay tax once you sell them. But then more recently, maybe March, February, I'm not quite sure, they updated those regulations. And now there's regulations present for staking and airdrops, which is very nice to have because it really helps enforce for us that we're doing things correctly. And we're not just, having to tell our users, well, this is what we assume is correct, and be able to tell this is how to do things. So that would be that you're taxed on the moment you receive your income in Danish crowns, and at the same time you're also taxed once you sell your staking rewards. So that's how we currently do it, and we have to keep checking with Skat, see how have things evolved, are things changing, should we update how we manage staking for Denmark or other types of transactions?
Mm-hmm. Because I was impressed with your website because it's really clearly in good Danish explains what kind of tax issues we are going through. And one of my worries at the moment is NFTs.
Yeah. NFTs is a bit more complex, I think. And I don't want to say 100%, yeah, we're supporting NFTs 100% correct right now. I think we still have to do a bit more research into the NFT regulations for Denmark. I recently came across a binding ruling regarding NFTs. It was mainly focusing on someone who made NFTs, like they were the artists and they sold NFTs. And then it mainly went into, do they have to pay income tax on the sales for these transactions? Now, mainly NFTs are still seen as speculative assets. And the reasoning they used in that binding ruling was that you can't hang up your artwork on the wall. And so you're mainly holding it as decoration. So you're mainly holding it as a speculative asset is what they mentioned. And if NFTs are taxed as speculative assets, then we would see them be very similar to cryptocurrencies, as is with many of our other countries, Sweden, Finland, and Norway, where they let us know tax treatment is almost identical to cryptocurrencies. Now, if it is seen as a speculative asset, then Divly can handle these NFT transactions. You can import your NFTs directly from your Ethereum wallet or your Binance Smart Chain wallet. Or we also have a custom upload if we don't support your specific NFT platform. So then you can just use a custom upload to import NFTs. Now, if NFTs are seen more as like a hobby business, then things become a bit more complex, and we're not sure if we would be handling that 100% correct at the moment.
So what you are asking for is clear regulation?
Yes. One thing that is of note is, for example, that gifting crypto is generally tax-free. So it could likely also be the case with NFTs. But again, with NFTs, I don't want to be too, say something that might not in the end be completely accurate. But what I can tell you, and this wouldn't be Denmark specific, is that some of other countries, they try and find solutions for that, some of their tax authorities. For example, I think it was Norway, where you have to look at all similar types of NFTs and see what the going rate is for those NFTs, and then calculate that as the disposal value of your NFT, which would be an interesting solution for sure. But yeah, I would really like to see how skat addresses this issue. Yeah. Yeah. So, currently, if you're, for example, on Divly, if you're trading NFTs for cryptocurrency, then it does become fairly easy, because then we can calculate for you, well, what is the value of that NFT at the time of sale? Because if you sell an NFT for 1 Ethereum, then we can just take the market value of 1 Ethereum in Danish crowns at the time and tell you, well, you sold your NFT for this amount. So we can do that for you. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right. So Carl, how do you see the future of Divly? What are your plans?
Yeah, I think a few cool things that we will be improving in our application is we'll be adding advanced editing eventually, so you can really handle a lot of transactions, because we do have traders that come with hundreds of thousands of transactions. And right now, I think there's pretty poor solutions in the market for this. So we don't want to make this better. We'll also be adding more like tracking features, so you can see your portfolio, you can view your NFTs, better glance everything. And in the end, I think long term, right? So we're looking really to become a companion in the crypto universe, because it is really hard to aggregate all your transactions everywhere. You're playing games, you're doing something, and we'll see that this will probably become more and more of a thing in the future. So we really want to be that companion that helps you take good financial decisions when you're using different services. Apart from like actual, as a private individual, we're also looking to help companies soon as well. I mean, a lot of our existing customers now, they have companies, and they've actually asked us like, hey, can we have a similar thing, but to help us with the bookkeeping? Because that's also like, an area that's very hard to do for companies right now, where there's probably even less understanding, I think, compared to how you do taxes as a private individual.
But you have a good support. You get answers when you write in there, and that's really great, because sometimes it's just minor things that you need to, this is what you mean about it. This is what I have to do, So I think it's really great you have this support thing live also.
Yeah, it's very important to us to have the support live every day of the week. And like also at the end of tax season, we'll extend those hours as well, because we know a lot of people will be doing this in the final moments. Yeah, because we find it the easiest to help people in this way. Sometimes we'll link you to articles, but mainly we really want to make sure we understand your problem so we can give the best personalized feedback to get you on your path to filing a successful tax return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That sounds really good, because it would take a lot of pressure off our shoulders when we know our taxes are just, okay, it's clean now, we can just do all the trading and all the things we want in crypto and don't worry about it too much. So thanks a lot, guys. It was great talking to you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Godt at vide, at der sidder nogen derude, der kan hjælpe, når man har de her problemer med at få indberettet til skat med alle ens kryptoaktiviteter. Og så er det jo gratis den første, når man går ind i det. Det er først, når man skal til at have downloadet sin skatterapport, at man skal til at betale for det. Så hold lige øje med, hvor mange transaktioner du laver. Det er noget med, at det stiger undervejs der, hvis det er dem, du vil bruge i hvert fald. Og hvis du ikke kan få nok af skat og krypto, så er der jo muligheden for det her arrangement, som kryptogruppen afholder på Comwell Hotel i København. Det er den 4. juni. Nedenunder så er der et link, og der er også en bonuskode, hvor du kan få en billigere billet, hvis du bruger den. Og det er jo bare alle tiders. Jeg holder også en tale om, hvordan bitcoin har haft indflydelse på alle mulige ting, og hvorfor folk er så suger på den. Altså, hvad er det for noget med den bitcoin? Det er jo bare tom luft, det hele. Måske. Sådan tror jeg ikke, det er. Hvis du kunne lide den her video, så tryk ind i like, og tryk også rigtig gerne abonner. Håber vi ses også fysisk til det der arrangement.